All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you guys. All right. See what your situation is. We're going to go into the final days of September, going into the first week of October. So we're going around the bend. This should be post-eclipse for you guys. So let's see what your situation is, Saggies. Sagittarius, please. Saggy, why do I feel like you guys are struggling with something? What's the situation post-eclipse for Sagittarius? Maybe things have gotten a little bit better, a little lighter. All right, let's see what's going on here. Two of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands. Okay. Speaking of not resolving something, you know that the universe is going to be testing you guys right about now, right? You know this because we had two eclipses. The first one was supposed to be death and the second was supposed to be rebirth. And the reason I'm saying this to you is because the Two of Wands in reverse looks like you're not willing to take a risk on something. You're not willing to let something go. All right, so I don't know if that's your job, a business, a company, a project, your marriage, your relationship, your person, someone. You're kind of not looking towards the future. You really are not taking a risk. I think you're wondering if perhaps maybe you tried another avenue, a different solution. Maybe if you did something else, it could work itself out. I don't know. We'll see when I clarify, but that goes behind why I'm seeing Page of Wands. You're curious. You're curious to see where something will lead you. I can also see the Hermit card at the bottom of the deck and the Page of Pentacles behind it, and the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Guys, honestly, looking at this bottom of the deck, I can see the motives behind your actions. You're kind of retracting your energy here with this Virgo energy, and you're trying to make a wise decision. But behind this wise old process that you're trying to enable within you, I see the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles tells me a lot. This is the Novice card. This is like, hi, I've learned all I can learn here. I have now stagnated. I have grown bored. I need to move on, or this needs to elevate. When you go to college to get a degree, you don't stay in the first year. You keep moving forward so you can acquire knowledge. So you take more classes. You go into your second and third year until you finally graduate and you get your degree. You progress. You learn. This can also apply to relationships. Somebody here stagnated. They got bored. One of you started evolving while the other person did not. And now you're weighing your pros and cons. But I see you starting a passionate new beginning. If your person isn't evolving with you, or your situation or your relationship isn't evolving, and you reached a peak and a plateau, coming in towards Sagittarius, please. And there it is. There's a King of Wands and a Six of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. All right. You're taking a risk here. You're taking a leap of faith and a risk regarding somebody that's very airy. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, could be heavy in their chart, or it just means that they're behaving like an air sign. Very, fair, cerebral, smart, balanced. They don't really scream the I love yous. They're very, serious kind of. But there's a Five of Wands here. Blocks, obstacles, challenges, difficulties. Some of you guys are taking a risk and leaving it all behind and saying, fuck it, I don't care if I don't have anything lined up. I don't care if this fails. I don't care if I'm making a mistake, I'm leaving. Because you had the Six of Wands in reverse. Lack of success. Person not coming in to vindicate you, validate you. Same thing with the job. And then you start healing. Now, you could be taking a risk towards an individual, another person, or a job position. We shall see. What is it that Sagittarius does not see coming their way, please? The King of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. All right. This person looks like you broke up with them or they broke up with you. Maybe they're a fire sign. Now I have two energies. And they're both kings. That means they're both ideal candidates to be in a relationship with you. However, maybe this was an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. This is represented by somebody very charismatic, very fiery, very passionate, very much like you. And they are from your recent past. And I do see you healing from them. So I don't know how this energy coming in towards you from your recent past, this person that you broke up with, comes back to enter your life somehow, some way. But meanwhile, you have another person over here that you're debating. Well, you're taking some kind of risk, regardless of your problems. What is the advice here for Sagittarius? It's saying you really... Oh, we're going to have a speech now because I have the devil back here. And we're in your advice position. This is something about going in a cycle. You're going through the spin cycle. You're going through a repeat pattern. You're going on the merry-go-round. Round and round we go with the devil back here in regards to reconciling here with somebody that you probably need to make a judgment call in regards to your marriage and commitment that might have died. Well, the advice is definitely talking about your stability. At this point in time, you really do need to be the mama bear or the papa bear in the situation. Be nurturing, love, kind, and caring, but also bring forth stability. In your advice position, that is what it's asking you to do. Seek stability. Seek the individual, the position, the job that will bring you the stability. Moreover, a person in a place where you can love and be loved. All right? Because this looks like an obsession. This looks like insecurities. This looks like a toxic roundabout. This is somebody who is toxic and you're allowing in your life to remain there. Those kind of things. Now, let's go ahead and see what the outcome of the week is for you. Outcome of the week for my Saggies, please. The Nine of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. All right, guys, you definitely have some guards up for sure. Like you're emotionally guarded. You're like this wounded warrior. You're really hurting, but at the same time, you're not expressing yourself. You feel overworked, overburdened, and overwhelmed, right? So this is how your week is ending. And I think all of these burdens and all these things that are overwhelming for you, you've got to make a huge life choice, moreover decisions on what's the right fit for you, Sagittarius, because you're pausing and reflecting and you're looking at your cups and you're like, well, which one is the right choice? Because some are filled with shit while others are filled with like diamonds and glory. But I see over here justice back there, trying to make that right choice, karma correction, being fair, balanced, and honest, but it could also be the court system. Continuing. Now we're going to start clarifying Sagittarius and see what's going on here. What's the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands, please? For my Saggies, please. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Cups. And then here's our Nine of Wands again. I see something interesting back here, guys. I do see the Ten of Cups. I do see you trying to nail down. Some of you guys are dealing with third-party situation. I think once one of them leaves, things start to change, right? Because here you are not willing to take a risk because you're curious to see where something goes. You feel guilt and you feel regret. The coulda, woulda, shoulda. I should have said this. I should have said that. I could have done this. I could have. Nothing that's meant for you will pass you by, Sag. You still have two forms of abundance standing right behind you if you just turn around and look at it. Right? And it's funny. I was thinking about this today in the shower. I was like, okay, I'm all right financially. I'm all right with job work. I'm okay with friends and family. I have my daughter. I like my friends. I like my social life. I like my freedom. I have like a knockout love life. No, I'm single. But you know what? I'm also at peace. Very peace. Like seriously peaceful, right? And I think to myself, would I rather have a warm bed and deal with somebody who's mentally abusive or have my peace and all the other things that are going on in my world? Hell yeah, I want my peace, right? So, I mean, that's me, right? I made my bed with, these are my sacrifices that I choose. And I love the choices that I've made because I live happily ever after with them, those choices. Now, the reason I'm saying all this stuff to you is because I look at my abundance. I look at it. And that's what it's telling you to do in your Five of Cups. Look at it. You're trying to reach for something that's out of your reach. But if you look down, you have other things you can work with, other forms of love, right? Six of Pentacles in reverse. Letting go of breadcrumbs. Letting go of begging somebody here for attention and situation. Somebody here who's emotionally guarded. You're not penetrating them and they are not penetrating you. You are not bonding correctly. And now it's just creating some sort of walls. Sure, that will eventually go away. But let me see what's going on here. Let me continue. Because I have no idea. Because I know you're dealing with two people. One could be a marriage while you have a lover in hand. Or you're debating between two people. What is this Fool, the King of Swords, and the Five of Wands, please? Clarify for Saggy. You're trying to make a final judgment call if you should be single or not. And that's what that Fool is based on. Because somebody here probably wants to, it's something to do with marriage and commitment. Either somebody here wants it or you want to get out of it to get in another relationship. You're all different, but that's the common thread. Okay? You're making a judgment call to not be single. Something in regards to a marriage and a commitment. With that person, you taking a risk of some kind. I know you're thinking about not being left out in the cold. But I think you do it anyway. You take a risk. What's the Wand of Fire in reverse and the Six of Cups? Please clarify. The King of Wands in reverse and the Six of Cups, please. You stop talking to somebody. That's like a fire sign like yourselves. You stop talking. Either, and if you are talking, you're not really talking. Like you're not talking about your shit. It's like the High Priestess is like, there's nothing left to say. We said everything there is to say. It's out there. Now, choices, decisions, and actions need to be done. That is why you go into hermit mode. And here you are, death. This definitely is a breakup to me. All right? Especially with death is now confirming it for real. You just stop talking to them. Or you will. And then this is going to make you retract your energy. You're going to pause. And you're going to have a little bit of a mental jungle for a little while. You're going to sit there and you're going to say to yourself, well, what should I do? Should I let this go and let it die and let it be? Or do I try to salvage the other thing? Whatever it is for you. You have two fives. You have actually three. Fives are the challenges. Fives are the difficulties. Fives are the transitions in our life, in our world. Let me tell you, No, it's not going to be easy for you. None for the mutable or the fixed signs. These eclipses are meant to be sort of, sadly, harsh realities. I feel like hugging every one of you. The only people who are like kind of like hanging in there and getting it a little bit are the cardinal signs, because they've already been through the ringer. This is your ringer, Saggy. And the Five of Swords is just kind of telling you, well, what are you going to sacrifice in order to move forward in your life? Like the story I just gave you earlier about my own sacrifices. Or if you go into, your house is burning down, you got 5 seconds to run in there and grab the two most important, valuable things without thinking. Without thinking, what are you going to run in and get? Because those two things are the things that you're going to put in your new house. All right? So maybe you should try that exercise, because I see a solid new start coming. Either that's a new job proposal or relationship. That's solid. I see solid. I see stability. Just make sure if this is what you want, because it's talking about something about nurture and stability in your advice. What is the Queen of Swords, please? Well, there you go. You got two people. Listen, I think this King of Swords definitely wants some action from you. And I think you might be interested in them. So you probably let go of one sign, the fire sign, to go to the air sign. They don't have to be these elements. They could be, heavy in their chart. But this King of Swords popped up twice. This person is going to rush in to communicate. And it's saying that this is an ideal candidate that you could potentially, have a thing with. There's somebody here you could definitely have like a serious connection with. You just need the strength to put to bed your past. I see here, strength. 6 of Cups. Put to bed your past. Resist it. Hold it back. Don't entertain it. Take that risk. Leap of faith. Go through the door. Because here you are. The Two of Wands in reverse. And as I'm flowing through your advice, it's saying upright. No. Time to look into the future and do the new thing. And those who struggle or who buck the universe trying to bring in the new, you will make it very hard on yourselves. I'm telling you right now. The 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Queen of Swords. You're trying to rationalize. You're trying to be logical. And you are trying to resist something also, ultimately. You will eventually disengage, Sagittarius. You will say to yourself, okay, I'm mentally disengaging because I got to leave the hardships behind and go towards the easier stuff. Yeah, oh, God. This is going to get good very soon. I promise you. I promise you. Let me see what we're going to be talking about in the extended reading. Extended reading, guys, this is about love. Your person, their actions, what they're going to do to you, what they're thinking, blah, blah, blah. But first, let's see what other messages the oracles want to say in regards to your love life here, in case I missed something. Healing family issues, yes. And releasing your ex. The whole plot of the story. We'll see more messages when we drop tarot on it. And healing family issues. As you heal this, you release that energy. So you allow more energy open for that new love to come in, and so you can build new memories, new love, new everything, a new world. For the extended, there's 3 types of tiers. There's monthly, there's all access, and there's single. Okay, so all of that's in the description box. Do I want to pull an oracle? Yeah, let's pull an oracle if you're still around. Why not? This is great advice. What does Sagittarius need to hear right now, please? Thank you. Have faith in your dreams. Waxent crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Okay. I think this has something to do with what I was just telling you about right around the bend. I see some good shit coming in. I really do. Let me see what it's going to say here. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in self-help classics, everything's going to be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, then it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your next best step. Overall, this card suggests there's a lot of reasons to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So definitely keep faith and keep going. All right, guys, this is what I have for you this week. I hope that helped. I'll see you in the next one.